Guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is September 18, 2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Guys, we have some urgent info coming out, very important stuff here. If you can, please share the video. And it says here, the United States military has set up a missing jet hotline after an F-35 went missing last night. I want to show you this really quick here. Let me just read this part. So the U.S. military is asking the public for help in locating a missing $80 million F-35 stealth fighter jet. Now, from what I heard, this is an F-35. And guys, information coming out, an F-35 landed in Cuba. So we're going to see what's going on there, and there's a possibility this here might be connected to the one in Cuba. So again, guys, like I said, we're going to see what's going on here. So this information came out last night. F-35 stealth jet that disappeared over North Charleston, South Carolina. Officials have reported that there is no concrete evidence of a crash. Now, the pilot has been found and transported to a hospital. Now, I just posted a Patreon video, and I did talk about this a little bit. If you guys want to check it out, the link will be in the comments box. I also talked about other stuff in that video, so there's like multiple different news in that Patreon video. The link to the Patreon will be in the comments box. All you got to do is click on it. It will take you straight to the video, push play, and there you go. So all the information will be in the comments box, but let's focus on this one here. All right, so it says, how does our F-35 stealth fighter end up in Cuba? Man, I'm trying to figure that out myself. So last night I posted a video on Patreon, and then today this information coming out about Cuba. Now, there's multiple sources are saying it's not verified that the F-35 landed in Cuba. Others are saying that yes, the F-35 has landed in Havana, Cuba. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. So this sounds a lot like the Red Dragon spy balloon that was allowed to fly over our airspace, and Mr. Barron is selling our secrets right before our eyes. What are we gonna see, guys? We're gonna see what I mean. Again, this story is crazy. F-35 just magically disappear, and now it lands in Cuba. So it is claimed that the F-35 fighter jet, whose whereabouts are unknown, is in Havana, Cuba. But let me just take it to the story first. We're going to focus on this one. Again, this is how it started, guys. So supposedly this thing was going to come down, and the pilot hit the button and landed somewhere. But the F-35 didn't crash. It just went somewhere else. It was in the air, and then it just disappeared. So you have the U.S. military asking us, the citizens, especially those in South Carolina, if you've seen the F-35 somewhere, and it just is gone. It's gone. The pilot's all right though, and that's a good thing. So, but F-35 could be in the hands of the wrong people. All right, so a $900 billion for our national defense budget, but they need you and me to find a jet. Search is on now for the missing F-35. They don't know where it is and are asking the public for help. Publicly available flight data shows sled flying over Lake Moultrie near Charleston, South Carolina. So if you know anything, call Joint Base Charleston at this number. But like I said, information coming out right now that it landed in Cuba. If you guys have any information, leave comments down below. It just messes me on Twitter. I mean, this is some strange stuff. So 2 days ago, I posted a video that there was a nuclear warhead being seen somewhere in, I believe, South Dakota. And that video was going around trending. You had helicopters and police, and there was this tractor trailer, and supposedly inside of the tractor was, the trailer was the nuclear warhead. Now you got this thing here that has gone missing. Not good. Not good. And then you have the situation that took place about 4 months ago. The huge disappearance of nitrogen something from Montana to California that has gone missing. So there's a lot of things that has gone missing. Planes gone missing. You got that thing from Montana to California that has gone missing. Then you got nuclear warheads going around in South Dakota. Everything's happening right in front of our faces. Let me take you to this one here. So the U.S. military is searching for a missing F-35B in South Carolina after the pilot ejected yesterday and the jet kept flying. The question is, why did he eject it if seems like everything was okay? So if you have seen an F-35, oh yeah, I've seen one in my backyard. I'm kidding. If you've seen an F-35 in the woods, please contact the Sleeping Giant Marines. Wow. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Wow. But give me a second here, guys, because a lot of information is coming out about Cuba. Look, you got this information coming out. So we traded 5 Sleeping Giant prisoner for 5 personnel. Okay, we're gonna skip that. Wonder what bad deal are we going to do for our F-35 with Cuba? So, are the reports of an F-35 fighter jet landing in Cuba true? What does Mr. Byrne want his blah, 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 blah. Cuba just sent out a statement, an unidentified unidentified F-35 just landed in Cuba. This might be the same story as the one that's gone missing. Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to see if I can find... All right, so this person is saying, give me 1 second. U.S. military jet disappeared from sky. The pilot ejected. The pilot ejected for unknown reasons. Unknown reasons, wow. And parachuted safely into a North Charleston neighborhood, leaving the jet flying in what some called a zombie state. What? Hold on. Truly apologize about those advertisements. Women's swimwear, whatever, Victoria's Secrets, those type of stuff just pops up when it comes to reading some of these news articles. So I truly apologize, guys. I try to keep it clean. All right, so here we go. So it says here you have the U.S. military scramble Monday to locate a F-35 that went missing after the pilot ejected. For no reason. For no reason, he just ejected. See, yesterday I thought that there was something wrong with the F-35, and so he ejected. So, but today the story coming out is saying there's no reason why he ejected. He just decided to just abandon the F-35. So it says with the failure to track the aircraft, drawing amazement and ridicule in equal measures. Now, when the F-35 disappeared over South Carolina on Sunday, Joint Base Charleston issued a plaintive call on social media asking for anyone who had information to call in. You know what concerns me? I don't know if you guys remember what Mr. Burns said. I think it was like almost 2 years ago. And for those of you that don't know who Mr. Burns is, he is the leader of the Sleeping Giant. I'm going to spell his first name, Joe. I'm not spelling the last name. All right, so Mr. Burns said, in order to stop us, you need nukes and F-35. That's what he said almost 2 years ago. In order to stop us, you need a nuke and F-35. So I'm going to look that up. Once I'm done with the article, I'm going to look that up, and we're going to see what Mr. Burns said 2 years ago. In order to stop us, you need a nuke and F-35. So give me a second here, guys. All right, so it says here, when the F-35 disappeared over South Carolina on Sunday, Joint Base Charleston issued a plaintive call on social media asking for anyone who had information to call in. The JBC said that based on the jet's last known position, the search was centered around two large lakes north of Charleston, suggesting it may have crashed. But it didn't crash. So the F-35 Lightning II jet is converted by U.S. allies around the world, especially in UKR, which is distinctive shape and features that shield it from radar detection. Now here's the thing: who was operating this F-35? Because here, believe it or not, the Sleeping Giant are training Crane forces on how to operate this thing. And many of them are being trained here in a Sleeping Giant because they can't train Crane forces out there because you got the bear launching all them stuff. So the F-35 Lightning II jet is converted by Sleeping Giant allies around the world. Are we gonna skip that one? Especially Crane with his distinctive shape and features that shield it from radar detection. But the fate of missing aircraft remained unclear on Monday, which, by the way, this is the first time we ever heard something like this. So again, that should be a also alert. We are currently still gathering information. The investigation is ongoing. So the pilot ejected for unknown reasons and parachuted safely into a North Charleston neighborhood, leaving the jet flying in what some called a zombie state. Major alert, zombie state. In 1989, the pilot of a malfunctioning Soviet MiG-23 ejected over Poland, and the jet continued to fly in autopilot until it crashed in this region, more than 900 kilometers, that's 560 miles away. Wow. So the disappearance of a highly advanced aircraft that cost at least $80 million sparked incredulous comments online. How in the world do you lose an F-35? How is there not a tracking device? And we're asking the public to what? Find a jet and turn it in? Again, this is 2023. You assume that they got radar and stuff like that, or you can control it even here on ground. We have drones that we can operate using a remote control or cell phones. Some posted manipulated photographs of lost signs on trees, offering reward to find the missing jet. One post showed UKR leader Mr. Z posing in front of an F-35, suggesting he took it. All right, so the memes are starting to come out. All right, so let me just skip some of this stuff here, guys. Let me just take you to okay. So this is the videos that everybody just Mr. Byrne, to take on Gov, you need F-15s and a nuke. Not F-35. It was very close. Mr. Byrne and Attorney General outlined the blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, you can see here, Mr. Byrne said to take on Gov, you need F-15. Let me just click on that really quick. Yeah, Mr. Byrne said to take on Gov, you need F-15s and maybe some nukes to take us down. I remember that. Now we are seeing nuclear warhead being moved in South Dakota or North Dakota, one of them, and now F-35 missing. All right, so give me a second here. Let's go to Cuba. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. All right, so these are the information coming out. Breaking unidentified F-35 jet landed in Havana. The Cuban Gov has not released any information. So we gave them F-35. So everybody's sharing it. Breaking news, early unconfirmed reports that an unidentified F-35 fighter jet has touched down in Havana. The Cuban authorities have not yet disclosed any details. So it hasn't been verified yet, but if it's true, then there's a possibility the F-35 that is missing might be this one. It landed out there in Cuba. And if it's true, how? Did some hackers might have gotten control of this thing? They heard the news yesterday and got control of it and now is in Cuba? Man. An unidentified F-35 jet landed in Havana. The Cuban Gov has not yet released any information. I don't think they're going to release any info, but they might talk to the sleeping giant and say, we got one of your planes here. What's going on? What's going on? The bear might be saying, hey, let me get that plane. I give you something. Unidentified F-35 lands in Havana. We already know it. Blah, 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 blah. The news media is not talking about it. It's just circulating on Twitter when it comes to that unidentified F-35 that landed in Cuba. Yeah, I'm gonna read that. Yeah, so all the news media is putting out information about the missing F-35, but I'm still trying to see if this Havana, Cuba story is legit. But as of right now, it hasn't been confirmed, but everybody's sharing it. World News 24/7 breaking: unidentified F-35 lands in Havana. The Cuban gov has not released any info yet. I'm gonna keep you updated on this story, guys. I wouldn't say Cuba stole the F-35. Just doesn't make any sense. So once again, we're gonna I'm gonna keep you updated on this story. But so right now, I'm trying to figure out if this. Give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out if this story with Cuba is the real deal. Give me a second. What is this? This here got to be a different story, but give me a second, guys. I want to look this up really quick. I want to see where exactly this is located. Oh, that's in Crane. Yeah, so that video I just showed you, that's in Crane. Those areas. Might be in the eastern part of Crane. So this is Crane right here, UKR. You got the Black Sea, Crimea. You got some stuff going on there. All right, so why does it show? Hold on. Is there U.S. forces out there? Can be. That's a U.S. plane, right? And it's out there in Crane. Give me a second here. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna have to do some research on this one. Okay, so it's an old video. Afghan, probably. Yeah, guys, I don't think that's the real deal. I mean, I was looking at it. I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no way Sleeping Giant forces are inside Crane. Absolutely not. All right, so as of right now, this is all the information coming out. Once again, the missing plane is the real story, but the one that landed in Cuba, Havana, Cuba, I don't think so. This here is the real story, F-35. This is a real story here. But the one in Cuba, I don't know about that one. See, this one here, I don't know if it's legit. So once again, the Sleeping Giant Air Force F-35 lands in Havana. The Cuban gov has not released any information yet. This is the meme they go on sharing, that Mr. Z has the F-35. It's only a meme. It's not the real deal, though. Pretty soon, maybe pretty soon, he might get them. It was sold. Doubt it. Someone's like, I thought it crashed. How did it fly it? Well, again, they're saying there's a possibility it didn't crash. It just, the pilot ejected, and from there, it just didn't crash. All right, so I'm gonna keep you updated on this story. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to give your life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Louis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he is the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.